Hello everyone. Today, I show how to program a wall slide and a wall jump. Let's start. Click on your player. Then right-click and click on Add Child Node. Now search for Raycast 2D and double-click on it. Turn on Enabled here. Go to Collision Mask and click on Tile. Like this. Note: of course you have to set the collisions correctly for tile map and for player. Here at tile map, you have to click a collision layer, tile, and at collision mask, you have to click player. Here at player, you have to click a collision layer, player, and at collision mask, you have to click tile. If you do have problems with setting collisions, have a look at my video. Collision layer and mask. OK, after you clicked here at the raycast on collision mask tile. That means raycast can now recognize your tiles. Next you have to rotate the arrow by 90 degrees so that it can recognize the wall tiles. Click here on transform. Click here at rotation degrees and enter -90. Now grab your arrow with the mouse. This is only possible here at the end of the arrow. Here in the front area, you cannot grab the arrow. And now place it on the height you want to have. Here at cast 2, you can shorten the arrow a little bit by entering a smaller Y value, like this. Now double-click on your raycast node and rename it to, let's say, raycast right wall. OK, the raycast for the right wall is ready. We need the same for the left wall. So, let's just duplicate this node by holding down the Control key on the keyboard and pressing the D key. Like this. Double-click on the duplicated node and rename it to raycast left wall. Next, we need to flip the arrow to the left side. So, click again at transform, at rotation degrees, enter +90. Like this. And position the arrow with the mouse where you want. Like this. The raycast for right side and left side are ready. Now we only need the code. Go to your player script and type this code. These are the variables you need. We have speed for moving, jump speed for the jump, gravity for gravitation, and motion so that we can execute our movements. In the physics process, we have the player movements here. When you press the right button and are not on the wall, move to the right. And the animation should play the right movement. And those lines in which the animations are called up, here, 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 and here. You only need to insert them if you have an animation. Otherwise, you have to ignore these lines. Let's continue with the else if statement. Else if you press the right button and player is at the wall, or the function wallRide is true. WallRide is the function at the bottom of the code here. But this function we say when the rayCastWriteWall has detected a wall. And it returns this information. If that is all the case, then the move to the right should also be executed and the animation should play the wall slide right. And in this block, the same thing happens on the left side. And here we say, if no key is pressed, the player should not move. And the animation should play the standing movement. Here we say, if the user presses the jump button and the player is on the ground, then the player should jump. In this block, we say what should happen when the player is on the wall left. If the function wall left is true. That means if the raycast node detects a wall. That means if the arrow touches the wall. Then the player should slide down the wall. Here we say, is the function wall left is true? And is the jump button pressed? And is the right button pressed? Then you can optimize here the speeds for the X and Y directions as desired. Here we say, else if is pressed the key right. Then the player will detach from the wall. So, this was the block for the left side. The exact same thing we have here in this block for the right side. Here we have the player gravity. And finally, as always, move and slide has to be there. So, that is the whole program for wall slide and wall jump. Start the program. That's it for today. See you next time. Bye.